celebrate your body today. You know, the reason I brought this up, hi Amit and Mr. Piratebrain, is because a lot of you guys and women have been struggling all your lives with issues with my penis is too small, it's too big, it's too curved, it's too this, it's too thin, it's too fat, it's too this. And same thing with your bodies. Like I even, as growing up, always thought my ass was too big. Now people celebrate the ass and get ass implants. So basically what I'm trying to say is I think it's really important to start loving all your, as John Legend says, your flaws and imperfections and all that kind of thing. Because it's easy for you guys to say, oh, every vagina is beautiful. But not every woman believes that. And the same thing with dicks. I mean, a lot of guys are so concerned about their penises. They're like, please look at my penis, tell me if it's okay. Please tell me if it's too speckled or there's too much bumps on it or too much this or too much that. And I mean, I think I have the remedy for anybody that has any issues with their particular organ, whether it be a vagina or penis. Turn the lights down. It's simple. You don't need to have glaring lights. You know, no woman is sitting there in the heat of passion taking out a magnifying glass and examining every speckle or bump on your dick. Nobody gives a shit. So yes, Mr. Pirate Brain, your penis is gorgeous. I have never seen it, but I can tell you it's beautiful. You know, I don't get it. I think men in general are more visual than women, and that's why men love to send dick pics. And if I get one, I'm like, I'm blocking you, but I know the reason is because you just want validation that you have a gorgeous dick or whatever it is. And women are not as visual as men. So if you're really hung up on it, please join me on my Patreon page and I can talk to you more about it. You know, if it really, really bothers you, I will let you know if there's a way that I can examine it. I think you just need to realize that it's okay no matter what size it is and no matter how thick it is and thin it is and if you're a grower, not a shower, and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Every person that I've talked to in the sex work business or even doctors, professionals, all say the same thing. They all say it's as long as you know what to do with it, as long as you know how to please a woman, and get her aroused and focus on her. Nobody cares if it's an inch too small or an inch too big. Nobody cares. And I know you guys are saying, oh, I'd love to have too big as a problem, but that is a big problem, no pun intended, for people with big dicks because they're afraid to hurt the women. And a lot of women are shy away from it and say, oh my God, I'm scared of that thing and I don't want you to come near me with it. So being too big can have as many problems as being too small. So I'm not making light of the guys that are really, really small or really, really big. I'm just saying it's not that important if you can focus on your partner. So, enough of that. How's everybody doing? Good morning to Amit and Mr. Pirate Brain and Shadow and Surrenda and David and Ron and the Vahib and CK85 and LPO and Paul and you guys don't have sound? Do you have sound? Wait, seriously? There's no sound? Okay, Paul, it must be you. Phew! Okay, so where was I? Yeah, if you guys, let me know earlier if there's a problem with the audio or the video. I always have, yeah, my strength is all right now. Okay, let's go back. See, now, again, I don't know why men think that all vaginas are beautiful, but they're unwilling to accept that all penises are beautiful as well. The sooner you accept that, the better. Let's see. My ass is perfect. Okay, it's hard. It's hard celebrated when you have just 5.9 inches LPO. Okay, so let's just start with the average person. The average person is 5 to 6 inches erect. Consequently, it doesn't really matter if you're, 4 inches or 7 inches. It doesn't matter. Please believe me when I say that. A lot of women prefer thick versus thin. So if you're really small with a thick penis, they may get off on that. Don't worry about it. The act of intercourse is so minute compared to everything else that goes into having sex. I mean, sex is, for women especially, but men too, 99.9% psychological. It's how turned on she is before you even come near her with your beautiful penis. Louis Jesus 360, please stop saying you want to suck my boobs. I'm so tired of saying that shit. Okay, just moving on. Where were we? How big is too big and how small is too small? Okay, Vabhav, do you understand what I'm saying? There is no too big or too small. There is people that don't know what to do to please a woman. People don't know what a vagina is, where the clitoris is, where the G-spot is, where the vulva is. Understanding that the entire body is a sexual organ for women and men. But especially for women, the brain is psychological. Behind the ears. A lot of you guys ever think about how turned on you get when a girl licks your ears? Or sucks on your earlobe? Or how important the kiss is? Or how important shoulders are? Or going all the way down the body? I mean, men's nipples, women's belly buttons. There's so many erogenous zones of the body, including, of course, the feet, the hands, everything. So your penis is the least important part. What really, really matters is making sure that your partner's having a good time. Then why do girls say, so Amit says, why girls say size matters. I don't know which girls you're talking about that say size matters. I really don't. I know that there's girls that'll be at a party, oh yeah, he had the biggest dick, and size matters, but they're all that's bullshit, stupid stuff. When truth comes down to it, if you talk to most women, they're going to say they're very satisfied with their partner's penis. They really are. Because they're having good sex, and it really, that part of it is not what they're focusing on. Let's see, May 570. From a woman's perspective and experience, men can make some quite shady remarks these days through porn, especially if you have hair and you're not bald like a porn star. Well, then ignore those people because they're stupid. Okay? I'm glad to hear from any woman's perspective right now. If you're a woman and you're here, thank you. And please join in on this live stream and tell the men how unimportant their dick size are. Hi, Tom. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Why did you take so long for live streaming? I don't even know what you mean by that. You mean what it took me so long before I began live streaming in general, or this particular live stream took a long time? I'm not sure what you're asking. Girl says that 4 inches is too small. I'm it. Go with a different girl. Any girl that's overly focused on your size is not a quality human being. Okay? And also, if you feel your dick is too small and you want to do something about it, there's so many things you can do. You can get a dick extender. You could put a strap on. You can just completely pleasure her with your mouth and fingers and not worry about your dick. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people about this, porn stars, sex educators. They all say the same thing. Nina Hartley, friend of mine, she's a big promoter of just make do with what you have. Let's see. Hi, Inside Out fan. Hi, CK. It's hard to look at a person with the size of their bodies. I'm not sure what that means. David, yes, I get turned on when a woman licks my ear and neck, and I love it so much. Mr. Piratebrain, you have to see Boys Don't Cry. The main character was a woman, and your partner never knew. Never do? Yeah, that was a great movie, by the way. Boys Don't Cry. Yeah. getting my earlobe sucked on is hot. It's damn amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's underestimated, right? Your dick is unimportant, David. Thank you. Exactly. As long as you satisfy them, David, you're right. Roger, good morning to you from Trinidad. My girl, inside on my girl doesn't care about my dick. She likes my lips and my body shape. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that you can do to make your body as like attractive as you can, and one of them is to like work out. You know, take that. You know, you got a big dick, but you got a big fat stomach. You may not see that big dick, right? You know, do stuff that can make you the most attractive you can. There's not a person out there that can't walk around the block or do push-ups or sit-ups or watch what they eat. Try to get their body in great shape. I mean, you can do so much more than focus on your freaking dick. Because there are guys that have like what society would say is the perfect size. But if they don't know what the hell to do with it, and they haven't, I've had bad situations where a guy just like literally forgot that I existed down there and just was, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'am. He had a good sized dick. That didn't do it for me. All I remember is he was sucked in bed. That's all I remember. Doesn't happen too often because I don't hang around guys like that. But, you know, on occasion you get caught up in a moment that you never know what's going to happen. Let's see. Ali Pio. Karen, in your opinion, why are we so insecure about our genitalia, men and women, and what's it necessary to change that? Why are we so insecure about it? One thing is porn. Porn, and again, you know, like, you know, porn definitely exaggerates that. First of all, from the angle at which, you know, I've talked to male porn stars like Derek Pierce who said it. Listen, it's all about the angle. It's not really about the person. Like, you can have a really small person, and the way they're angling it, the dick may look gigantic, but it's you know, it's photography. They may not even be the right, you know, they may use this actor and someone else's dick. I mean, it could be so many different tricks out there. But also the people that go into porn, maybe they have extraordinarily large dicks, but that doesn't mean that that's the right dick for you. And it also doesn't mean that women are satisfied or not satisfied by having these gigantuan, you know, dick sizes. Again, I really believe, this is not a cop-out, I really, really, really truly believe it's the fit. Like, you can have a girl with a tiny, tiny vagina. She may like a guy with a really, really small dick because it fits good. Fits well. Or you can have a woman who's like really, really like, you know, she just has a very large vagina. And maybe, you know, a guy with a really, really big dick will fit in her, but it might hurt somebody else. Or maybe, you know, the fit really is what's important. But what's more important is the sex you're having. That's really what's more important. But why society's focused on it is, I'm guessing, because porn emphasizes that. Because porn is entertainment. Porn is there to fulfill fantasies. So just like you see women with these gigantic boobs, you know, those boobs probably are because she's a porn actress and she wants to, you know, that's her thing. You know, they need to have these gigantic boobs for porn because porn is consumed mostly by men, and men get turned on by these gigantic boobs, and therefore that's what women are told is attractive, when in fact a lot of guys and girls are perfectly happy with the size of boobs that the woman has. You know, why wouldn't they be? That's what God gave you. If you want bigger boobs, I got no problem with it, but don't do it because you see it in porn. Okay. Thumbs up on this video. Yeah, if you guys haven't thumbed up the video, please do so. If you're watching it later on, please give the thumbs up. If you haven't joined me on Patreon, you better do it soon, because I am not. Once again, YouTube is flagging my videos because I interviewed porn stars. So I'm going to put most of my porn star videos on my Patreon page. So if you want to see those, you got to go to Patreon. Do you know what Patreon is? It's a way you can fund me. $5 a month, $10 a month, $25 if you're really nice, $50 if you're supremely nice. But it's a way that you could fund me so I can continue to have the time and energy and money to be doing these live streams for you, and to be able to put special stuff on my Patreon page. So if you want to know more about Patreon, go to my website. There's KarenLeePotter.com. Go to Patreon. Boom. Sign up. No big deal. I love every my patrons. People on here are patrons. They could attest to how much attention I give. You could message me. You could ask me about your dick if you want, because that's people that are supporting me. I will be happy to talk about particular issues like your insecurities about your dick if you have them. After this, you shouldn't have any. Matthew, do women check out guys' dick size, arms, butts in everyday life, like at work or at the mall? Yes, they do. Just like you guys check out girls' ass and boobs. Checking it out is just for fun. And it's much more attractive to see the package underneath the pants than it is to see the naked dick. I mean, really, women kind of, I don't think that most women think the dick is particularly attractive. They like the way it feels, but it's not like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. They don't think that way. We're not as visual. I don't know how to explain it, but we're just not. Like, really? Are vaginas that beautiful, or are they just, they're a flower? Yes, they look like a flower sometimes, but sometimes they're not that attractive. They just feel really good. Just saying. Let's see. May 570. Honestly, as long as guys know what to do with it and how to please a girl, size doesn't matter. Thank you, May. Girls want connection and intimacy, but we all have preferences. Find the one that you fit with sexually. Yes, thank you, May. I promise I did not pay May to say that. Okay, guys? You heard it from another woman there. It's not just me. It's May, too. And where's Ari when she'd be right in here chiming in? Amit, boys watch too much porn and they are too much concerned about their dick size. Yes, CKA85. Sometimes they shave their vagina to look smooth, but sometimes they have a hairy bush like, Persian Manner. I don't know. Again, shaving is a personal thing. I know this is funny. Shaving is a personal thing. Grooming. Just like, some people like it groomed. Some people like it bushy. I don't think anybody's going to judge anybody because there's a lot of hair or not hair or whatever. Porn right now, I think most of the women are shaved. Again, it's a personal preference. No one's going to throw you out of bed if you have a shaved or a bushy one, and if they do, fuck them. Yay, Paul, it's working. Okay, good. Alipio, do you think men are more concerned about the genitals than women with her vaginas, or it's the same for all genders? I really believe men are much more concerned about women's viewpoint about their penises than the other way around. I've never really heard, I shouldn't say never, very rarely do I hear a guy complaining about a woman's vagina. As a matter of fact, there's an artist named Jamie McCarthy. He took 400 women's vaginas of all ages, size, and shapes, and he made the Great Wall of Vagina. It's in Brighton, England. And so you should, maybe I'll put a link below, but if you want to Google that some other time, he wanted to show that all vaginas are beautiful. And I believe that there are also great walls of penises somewhere too. I can't remember who did that. But again, it's really to show that love your own body parts the way they are. That's like the least thing I'd be concerned with. Nobody sees it except for you and your lover, and if the person loves you, they're not going to care. I never cared. Bryson, I would not downgrade my future woman's body because I know what that feels like. Right, and if somebody puts your body down, I would I'd like you to evaluate whether or not you should be with that person. Just saying. That sounds like a superficial person. And I know that there's guys out there who've written into me, who are my patrons actually, who said their dicks are so small and it has ruined every relationship that they had. And I don't know what to say. I just think that is really, really hard. It's very difficult and it's sad. But I believe that if you find the right person, anything can change. I mean, again, sex is important, but it's about pleasing each other that's much more important. K. Smitty, it's the motion of the ocean. Paul's talking about vaginas tasting good. Mr. piratebrain after. O'Keefe, all vaginas are beautiful. Yeah, Georgia O'Keefe is another artist who painted beautiful flower-like vaginas. And I've seen her exhibit, and another person that you should check out. Her paintings are absolutely gorgeous, and she just made vaginas look beautiful. I'm just saying, I think that all people's genitals are beautiful to each other. And if you're a woman, go take a look down there. I mean, most women don't even look at their vaginas. They don't even know what it looks like. They wouldn't be able to recognize. I think there was a study done that some women, they took pictures of women's vaginas, they put them on a wall, and some people didn't know what they couldn't identify their own vaginas because they never seen it. So if you're a woman, take out a mirror, take a look at your vagina, love your vagina. If you're a man, take a look at your penis and realize that at a certain angle, it could look like a gigantic penis because it's all about the tricks of photography. Let's see. Paul likes bush, it's soft. Fozzie says, Paul, you're weird as hell. Keith says, shaved vaginas are better. And May 570 said, you're welcome for her insight. May says, women are more tactile and sensual over this visuals mostly, I think. Yes, we are definitely more tactile and sensual, and the visual part of it is not nearly as important. As a matter of fact, I believe what's very romantic and cool and can solve all these problems is you set up your room, put out some candles, and turn off the lights so you get just like the silhouettes. You won't worry so much about, women worry about like, oh, my cellulite, or I have an extra wrinkle on my forehead. And men worry about, oh, my dick is too small. No, don't worry about any of that shit, okay? Don't worry about any of that. All you got to worry about is whether or not you guys are sexually turned on by each other. And if you feel you're more comfortable turning lights off, turn them off. It's easy. They showed the vagina art on an HBO Real Sex episode. Cool. Eric says to call him. Eric, I can't call you. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go. What looks good doesn't always feel good. Exactly, Mr. Piratebrain. All right, I'm going to go through some of my Instagram people here. Let's see. Can I see your vagina? No, you cannot see my vagina. Can I see your pink pussy? No, you can't see my pink pussy. Oh my God. Now you can see why I focus more on my YouTube people. Because the Instagram people are completely insane. I love to kiss your feet. I like boobs of all sizes. Thank you. Fuck me, please. Well, because you said please, I'll fuck you. All right. Questions from my lovely audience. We have about 6.5 minutes left. I would love to answer any questions and comments. And remind you to like this video if you're watching this later. I've got quite a few people watching on both YouTube and Instagram, and I would love to share this video. Share it with your friends. Share it with your coworkers. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. Join me on Patreon. I'm going to put it right here. Patreon. Patreon.com. Go there. Sign up on KarenLee Potter's page. And I would love you forever. Let's see. What is your perfect penis size? Oh my God, I feel like I talked to the wall. Oh, I'm talking to a computer. Fozzie, have you not listened to anything I said? I really feel sometimes like I'm cracking up. I crack myself up. Keith says LOL. CK85, mostly you've seen stuff like that in comic books or like an artist like Louis Quills. He makes his art and turns it into something different. Exactly. Bonker asks, what turns on a woman? Is it money? Yeah, some women are turned on by money, and those women are superficial people that you don't want to be involved with. Okay? That's not going to make anybody happy. They think it's going to make them happy, but ultimately it doesn't. I've been on vacations with women who the guys spent thousands and thousands of dollars to take them to this beautiful romantic place, and the women are looking at the pool boy instead of who they're with. So money does not buy happiness at all. Trust me, if you want a quality person, don't focus on a person that's materialistic and superficial and is going to judge you by your pocketbook, by your wallet, or by your penis size. Those are two things you can check off the list of things that are not important if you want to find a quality human being to be with. Would you Skype with any of your fans? Yes, on Patreon. I do. Women talk about the penis of her boyfriend's affair to all her friends. Do women talk about their penis? It's funny. I'll be honest with you. When I'm with my girlfriends and I say, like, you're dating someone, 99% of the time they're going to say, oh my God, he's got like such a gorgeous penis. I mean, really, we're not hard to please. Seriously. Because what she's focusing on is the sex they're having and how he goes down on her, how he makes her feel. It's so unfortunate for men, especially young guys who don't really know a lot about sex, to think that women actually care about the penis size instead of thinking about, what can I learn about the vagina so that I can be a great lover? Why don't you learn how to lick a pussy? I'm going to come out and just say it as bluntly as that. Learn how to do oral sex on a woman, and she's not going to give a rat's ass about your penis. Why did you feel the 4-star review upset me? What are you talking about? You need a ruler to spank the hard of hearing students. I do need a ruler. I'm going to smack those guys. I want to know what size is good for you. Every woman is different. Fozzie. Okay. If I am with my boyfriend, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, he's got the perfect dick. Why? Because he knows how to please me. And I'm not saying this bullshit. I'm saying he knows what to do with it. So, shout out to my boyfriend for knowing what to do with it. But it's also because I've educated him, told him what I liked. It's a big part of it is communicating with each other. If I could give you a great sex tip, talk to each other, talk about what you like, try different stuff. I don't think the penis size issue is at all important. Let's see. Can you spank me on the ass, Eric? No, I cannot. Vabhab, do vaginas have different sizes? Absolutely. They absolutely have different sizes of vaginas. By CK85. Came teach me how to lick pussy. Eric, there are plenty of videos out there on how to lick pussies. If you want, go check out Nina Hartley. She has a guide to all kinds of DVDs. She will give you an intense lesson on how to do that. She's a porn star, friend of mine, and I highly recommend it. I will share a link in the description box to Nina Hartley's DVDs on giving women pleasure. Can't learn any better tricks than from her. May 570. Me personally am turned on by intelligence, maturity with a sense of fun, and a guy with good values. And if he's cute, that helps. I agree. It's so much of it is mental. I get bored. I mean, the guy could be great in bed like for a minute, and then you got to talk to them afterwards, right? Paul, sex talk with my mom, 4-star review. I was surprised you upset. Oh, Paul's talking about my my podcast I do with my son. You know what? We're just kidding around. It takes a lot more to be upset than a 4-star review. We're just joshing. We're just kidding around. I of course want a 5-star review for everything that I do, but if you get a 4-star, it's okay. I think we got mostly upset because the guy gave us a 4-star review on our podcast because we didn't post enough podcasts. So that's kind of stupid. I'm giving you a 4-star review for your quality because you didn't post enough because I like it so much. So it kind of was like ridiculous. Mr. Pirate Brain is talking about talking dirty. Inside Out fan, have you ever had sex with your boyfriend? Inside Out? Yes. I've had sex with my boyfriend. I've been with him for 9.5 years, and we've had sex. Don't tell anybody. It's a secret. Philadelphia Eagles, what's the biggest dick you've ever experienced? Grande, jumbo size. I even love a woman's butt. Is it normal? Yes, it is normal. Most guys like women's butts. A lot. May 570. Nina rocks. I love her. Wise and smart. Yes, she is wise and smart. She's had probably more dicks and vaginas than almost anybody out there because she's been doing porn since the 80s. And she's open-minded, and she's a wonderful woman, and she's smart. We need good conversations, yes. Alipio, if a woman is a queen size, an average penis size can pleasure her, yes. Or it's kind of big, and small with small? Is it big and big with small and small with small? No. Again, this idea about being like a queen size and all that kind of stuff, I did interview several porn stars. I've got one video that's got 4.5 million views where I've interviewed several different porn stars, male and female, about what they liked. There was one woman, Alexis Golden, who said she's a size queen. She's a porn star. If she likes big cocks, so be it. But we're talking average people here. Average people are not, into, this whole I'm a queen size person. I have never met a woman, a normal, everyday, average woman that I've talked to, and I've talked to a lot of my friends because I'm very open about sex. In case you didn't gather that, I've never met a woman who said, "I only like big dicks. I'm a size queen." They're very few and far between. Most women are much more concerned with what the guy does with it. Does having that much sex stretch a vagina beyond repair? Absolutely not. It can accommodate 9-10 pound babies. So if it can stretch out to that, it can stretch back in. So it doesn't really matter how many dicks or how much sex she's had or anything else. That thing is capable of stretching to different sizes and going back to its original size. As far as I know. I love giving rim jobs to women. Thank you for sharing that. Karen, have you ever dated a man of color? ABQ. Yes, I have. Okay. I love giving rim jobs. Okay. Didn't we just ask that question? Thank you again for joining me here on Patreon, because, on YouTube and Instagram. I'd like you to join me on Patreon. Again, I'm going to be putting the best, I don't want to say the best, the more racier videos on Patreon. So if you want to see some racy videos, you're going to have to go to Patreon. And I guarantee it's worth it, because these women that I interviewed, you can see a little glimpse of it already on YouTube when I asked what's the best sex hacks. You'll see Sarah J, Alexis Golden, Jillian Jansen. They all talk about their best sex hacks. It's on my YouTube channel right here and on Instagram. But I'm going to be putting my future ones on Patreon. You're going to miss out. I know none of you guys want to miss out on my great videos that I spend a lot of time putting together. So go to Patreon, sign up. Literally, you can sign up for as little as $1. Preferably $10 if you want to see those kind of videos. But as little as $1, you can ask me questions. You can talk to me about your dick size. You can talk to me about anything you want, and I'll be happy to answer it there. To those of you asking things are normal, they are normal if the other person is consenting. Absolutely, May. I like you, May. We are now best friends. Please join me every day, May, because your input is valuable. Mr. Cube, you missed everything. Go back and watch it later. Let's see. Good one, May. What about Karen in a bikini? No, yeah, I do. I have pictures of myself in bikinis on my Patreon channel. All right. Where do I live? I live in both Chicago and Los Angeles. And, okay, guys, and women, it's been a pleasure. I think we talked about everything. Sorry I get so excited when I talk about these topics, because I feel really bad for all these people that are harboring this insecurity about their God-given sizes when they don't need to. Check it off your bucket list of things you don't need to worry about, because really, we don't care. Women don't care. I'm an older woman. I'm over 50. I will be honest with you and tell you if I cared about dick sizes. I don't. Have you ever slept with a guy who has a foot fetish? Oh my God. You're so cool. Thanks, Mr. Piratebrain. How do you sign up? Go to patreon.com/KarenLee Potter. Boop. Just go there. I have to go, Mr. Cube. Sorry. This video is coming to an end. If you want to continue this conversation, go to patreon.com/KarenLee Potter, and I'd be happy to keep talking. And on Instagram, I'm so happy that you joined me. Please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Turn on your notifications, and you can definitely not miss any of my stuff. I don't want anybody to miss out. I love hearing from you all. If there's any topics that you want, put them in the comment section below. Make sure to comment on this video. Let me know what you think. If you like certain parts of it better than others, if I came on too strong with my opinions, whoops. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye-bye.